Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our Indy. This is Captain April, and these are the days of our Indy. Okay, it's pretty evident going back over Indy's past cosplay videos. One of the most popular characters she's done is Ben Raven from the Teen Titans. I think only Teddy Chan is the one she's done more often, and that's a character she created herself. But even we might go to the Teddy Chan but later another video. But I think she keeps coming back to Raven, not just because it's popular, because it's obviously the guys why I love her. It's a hot looking character, but there's also a little something because, like Jerry Seinfeld pointed out, kids, little boys, when they're reading comic books, they're not just reading for the adventure. They're kind of learning life lessons, what kind of person they want to be, and they say the joke is they're looking for a job. This is what we want to be, checking out what looks like a possibility. Yeah, Superman probably not, but Batman, who could do that? Get enough money, get a hot car and a dark costume, and stay up all night, perfect, and that sort of thing. That's why Batman's popular. But seriously though, you learn a lot of life lessons. What kind of person do you want to be? What thing do you want to stand for? And you learn from these characters. But it's standard mythology stuff. This is the same thing that little kids learn from Greek mythology and Roman mythology. What do you want to be in life? What kind of person you want to be? What kind of ideals you want to stand up for? And in the case of and to a lesser extent, what kind of person you're looking for in a mate, in a partner, in life, friends. But you're looking at the Justice League. Who would you pal around with in the Justice League if you were there, or the Avengers? Let's open it to DC, Marvel, And kind of the same way that Spock has been a big attraction for girls throughout the years with Star Trek. There is an alluring part of to Raven because that's that dark side, and something in the back of your mind says, I can help her, keep that in check, or I can tap it and have a little fun here. But that's what I think. But it's very alluring. It's a very attractive, thing. You want to try, because nobody really wants a goody two shoe stuff. You want some, with a little bit of an edge to her, and Raven's got lots of edge. But also, it's more specifically to Indy's portrayal of Raven in these videos. I'm not going to count the very first one, because she's playing Raven the same way that every other very cringy, cheating on Beast Boy with Robin, and then Beast Boy finds out, and it's standard thing. But once she gets a hand on the character in later videos, she's like, this is not a cringy character at all. She is very confident, very assertive. Usually that takes, there's a lot of them are JOIs, which means she's directing the show. Sometimes the premise is usually someone sneaks in her room to, what are you doing? In fact, the Rose Raven thing is okay, that's it. You're under my control now. I wanted to try this out for a while anyway. So that is there is something to be said for. Again, most guys don't want some shrinking violets cringing in the corner. At least nobody you want to be with. Guys who like that are wannabe rapists, frankly. Okay, they're not good people. So. Most guys, they've got a healthy idea of what they want in a relationship. Once someone's going to stand up for themselves and meet them, head on, Like, so that, when I did a suggestion for a new Raven video, and the guy, the usual suspects immediately pounced on and tried to, there's some kind of rape fantasy. He's doing something. No. I was following along the same lines as her previous videos. To that point, somebody sneaks in the room and she gets the upper hand and she's in control. I just add a little bit, a little bit of semi-violence where she's, and then it's like, okay, what do you think you're doing? And just takes control. And then, the usual hijinks ensue. But it was not a fantasy of mine. I don't go into that sort of thing. I'm not into rape fantasies in any form. It's an immediate turn off. There's a surest way to kill a heart on him. I was you going right. No, that's I'm out. Like it shows up in a video. I'm skipping past it. And it's but like, but I think it's like, yeah, that's why on the guy's side or the viewer's side, it's a popular character because this is a very alluring character, a very attractive character. This is someone you want to you want to watch and you want to get off with. Why does she keep coming back to it? And I think she might not even connect this herself because a lot of this is subconscious, just drawn to it. She likes to, and I think the character does speak to a lot of things. Like one of the things that Raven has to deal with is the fact she's father is a demon. She was born to be a portal for him to come in and destroy the earth, and she has to keep this stuff down. She's constantly maintaining control of literally her innate demons, so that this thing's done. And when she don't watch Teen Titans go. That's the previous one, the Teen Titans. When she starts to lose it, it's scary. Okay, when suddenly she's spotting 4 eyes and they're red, and it's like, I tried to find one. I've been trying to find. I found it once. It didn't. I don't know. I've saved it. I've lost where I've saved it. But I've seen where some guy on a bike, space age bike is taking out the entire team. It's down to Raven, and she's like, "You want dark? I'll show you dark." And it's and that's Raven right there. But there's another scene that cropped up in a few things where they're fighting Dr. Light. It was an old Justice League villain, and he's waylaying. He knocks Raven down. He this thing of like, "What's the matter? You're afraid of the light?" And that's just snap, and suddenly it's boom, and now she's towering over here with her red eyes, and and they just starts pulling him into the. "What's the matter? Are you afraid of the dark?" And just sucks. And the rest of you, oh shit, we better get him and save him. Drag him out, and he's in a fetal position. And then, and she lets him, snaps out of it, and that's when but he. Just the utter blackness and darkness. Like, the thing is, it's not just, and when you're dealing with something like, the superhero type thing with the dark zone, Marvel's the same sort of thing. Because Cloak and Dagger had a similar thing. Suck them into this dark dimension, and it's not just dark, it's soul sucking. It's just that you come out, your mind is wrecked. Because you've seen utter emptiness. It's not just lack of light, it's lack of anything. And that's the sort of thing when she does that to somebody, it's like, help. Please take me to jail. But she's got her inner demons, and I think she's, because, the tattoos in the back, and, one says insane, one says violent and hot, hot-tempered. So I think that she's, one of the things she's doing is fighting to keep these under control. And I think that's part of what calls to her on with Raven. It's a similar type of thing. This is, kind of aspiring to be as in control as Raven is. And I think that's why she keeps coming back to it, even despite when I made this, and just, again, all the usual suspects. And she, that's since I'm never doing a Raven video again. That was only about a month ago. Not even a month ago. As he swore never doing a Raven again. Truckers don't get to make requests. And I think, and I watched the behind the the outtakes on this one. Maybe short-term memories that totally blocked out that I had made a Raven request. Nothing like what she did, but still, it's like she's doing a Raven. It kind of shows the allure of the character to her is strong enough to overcome whatever I might have done. She likes doing Raven, and I think this is one of the reasons why. Is because this is a character that really kind of speaks to her inner struggle of trying to come to grips with herself. So, but also I think it's a touchdown because there's nothing manly about Raven. She is unabashedly female. Same with Teddy Chan. So like these two characters I think could be the way back when she finally really figures out this isn't working. And could hopefully keep her from the abyss of, what the hell, who the hell am I? Hopefully avoid the dissociative state where it's like where she begins to wonder if is there really an Indy anywhere in there, or is it all just cosplays? And I'm thinking with Mel Blanc got in an accident or something and fell into a coma, or was in a coma, yeah, and he wasn't coming out. The doctor, there's nothing wrong with him now. He's not coming out of the coma. He's not very responsive. And his wife had that bright idea to go in. It's like, and he's just laying there. And like, hey, Bugs, how's it going? Fine, Doc. Fine, Doc. How's it going with you? He responds in Bugs Bunny's voice. And she did this every day with a different character. Daffy Duck the next day, somebody Sam the next day. And eventually, enough of his brain started coming back on that he came back. But I'm hoping that when this does finally break, and I think the wheels are getting a little wobbly there. It's still gonna be a while before she recognizes what's that it's not going wrong. And I think this could be the road back here. Inside, when the subconscious, hopefully visualize Raven. Come on, let's go back to reality now. Let's get out of this hellscape that is your mind and peek outside. Because there's enough stories on there with what's going on in Raven's mind too. I've seen a few of those clips. But I was because I think also kind of touching back on thing that Thanksgiving video she did where laying out everything, and besides I think a few parts that were kind of directed at me, I prefer to pretend you don't exist, and I think also the part where she re-emphasized she's not going to do surgeries, not the bottom surgery, that'd be pointless. She's not going on testosterone, and again on previous things she's put so many conditions on the top surgery, she's not going to do that either. So it's like it's trans in name only. It's trans by acclamation. It's trans is the state of mind. But I think that was also a call out to the other side who keep urging her, and one in particular, you'll be so hot when you cut your tits off. And that was that side. That, shut the fuck up. She's going to do it in her time and her way. And, like no one's pushing her one way or the other. So. And again, I'm not pushing. I am urging reality. I'm saying, this is the path you're on is not working right. Try over here. Just come back here. Come. I mean, you're on the right path in the far as like trying to figure out who the hell you are now at this point in your life. But you're taking a side road down. It's like, no, that's a dead end. That's an empty door. That's a closet. Get the fuck out of here. Get back over here. Let's start over. Because I think there is a matter. It's all cosplays. That's why she felt being a girl was nothing but a cosplay. And following along the typical trans thing, where why so many of them try to become boys, not men. Boys, and they act like little kids. And I'm not going to go into the male side. The male side is a whole nother can of worms. That's where things just break. And like some of these 50, 60-year-old men trying to become 6-year-old girls. That's just sick. But with females, the male type, there's so many of them. They're not trying to. They're not trying to become men. They're not trying to function as men. I think there's a big thing like just giving up on that completely, just declaring yourself whatever, not doing a damn thing to change, and just really not even trying to pick a side. Just but a lot of it's like trying to revert back to the point where they declare, they decide they actually transitioned or whatever, or where they can back, back to the point where they can declare a do-over. And I think in Indy's case, it's trying to back to around middle school and avoid, the trauma of the grooming and the rape and all the things that happened after that. But also pointing the fact that she has this life and career built up because of what she's gone through and her responses to that. So it's a weird balancing act that is eventually going to result in the plates falling off the sticks and the audience laughing. So, but that's where I think we're at here. It's, and there's a certain element of, I trying to be the voice encouraging back to reality. You're not a boy. Just get off of it. The sooner you stop this delusion, the better. We can get back to actually healing and getting that sound soul back in the sound mind and sound body type thing. You're not there anymore. You need to get back to that, But it's, so that's why I've been posting a few things like, like from areas of Detroit, say, there's a harsh reality. You're not going to, just because you clear away does not mean you're going to escape being sexually harassed or other things and all the, the bodily changes stuff. You're not. It doesn't work that way. And other things like that I've been posting. And again, I don't, and when I get these little things to come across, and I post them just for the matter of full disclosure, about supposedly Gina's threatening to use his control and there'll be no girl content ever again. It'll all be femboy. I don't know how much stock to put in this. It makes it an interesting sideshow. But as far as my attempted dealings with Indy, I'm ignoring that. I just think, no, just come on. Simple logic. Anything that needs constant affirmation is bullshit, and you know it. Reality does not need to be affirmed. It just is. And again, we used to be at a point where you can be whatever kind of boy or a girl you want to be, okay? Like I said last time, grow your hair to your ass and wear princess dresses or shave your head and dress like a lumberjack. Doesn't matter. Now we're at a point where it's like, you ask a little kid, what do you want to be when you grow up? It's like you used to be talking about your job, Now they've gotten that thing so twisted around. It's like, I'm not sure how we're going to get back to all this. They've just burn the public school system to the ground and start over. And somehow try and get these, mental misfits we've raised over the past generation back to something resembling reality. Thankfully, it's only in certain areas they've done this, because the rest of the country, we don't teach our kids that. What the hell? It's going to be the South and homeschool kids who be to save this country. But that's getting off another tangent. Right. But I think that's pretty much it here. It's like, Indy, please. Come on. You know it's wrong. You know it's not working. And I could tell the wheels are getting wobbly on this wagon. It's starting to fall apart. When doing a femboy thing becomes a bit of a pain in the ass. It's like, it's simpler to just do a girl video for one simple reason. You're a girl. You fucking know it, okay? Declaring yourself a boy is no different than declaring yourself a rutabaga. Total bullshit. Okay? And sooner or later, you're going to get sick of living in fantasy land and time to get back to reality. Okay? And figure out, what do you want to do with your life at this point? Okay? Because you're getting within sniffing distance of 30. Okay? Now, I'm assuming, again, the only occasions are you set yourself up well enough. You don't necessarily have to keep doing this crap. Okay? If you want to keep doing it because you want to do it, great. I mean, the shelf life of porn stars after 30 is not great, but there are some out there. There's plenty. You keep yourself in shape. Yeah. I mean, it's rapidly come through. You're not going to pass for a teenager anymore. You can start doing more grown-up stuff. Instead of stepsister, be stepmother, and stuff like that. Or whatever, and then of course the cosplay stuff, that'll always be, but again, that we can do with that once the crazy train is, left the station. You're not on it anymore. So yeah, again, my concern, I don't care if make another porno video the rest of your life and you've retired. I'm worried about you. I'm worried about Indy, not Indigo White International Porn Star. I'm worried about Indy. the girl, the woman. The one who's totally dissociated now with reality to the point where she thinks she's a boy. We're looking at one of her. I wish my dick was this big. That is your dick. You bought it. You didn't. It's one of several you own. That thing you stick in your pants every day is not a part of your anatomy. Yeah. So, again, I've seen plenty of cases, and a lot of them where it's like no one there was to say, "Hey, this is wrong. You need to step back and think for a minute." And they went right ahead, and they went through surgeries, and they destroyed their health. I'm wanting to be that voice of reason, say, "Hey, Emperor has no clothes. Get the hell back here." So that's our little missive for the day. See if this makes any plants a few seeds that bear some fruit. So we'll talk at you later.